Hi, and welcome to Prime Sports with Mahlati. In this episode, we're hanging out with former Bafana, SuperSport United, Ayers Cape Town, and Morocco Swallows creative midfielder Alfred Maimane Ngubo Phiri. He's going to be telling us about life after football and the current state of our game in South Africa. Maimane, thank you very much for joining us. Highly appreciate it. Currently in South Africa, we have a situation where we have players dying on the roads. How big is this problem?
Firstly, welcome and thanks for the opportunity from Transport, for having me. Yes, it is a big problem considering players and individual, not only players. People passing away with accidents. Driving so late. Some of them consumed alcohol. Some of them it's maybe something distract them, to get to be involved in the accident. But I'll touch a bit on players. If you check in South African players, most of the players that are not married, they are single. And then I'll take you further when we speak about my experience in Turkey. If you married, you'll never drive that time of the night in 2 a.m., 3 a.m. because now you got a family to look after. As an individual that is not a soccer player or what, normal individual, if you married, if you're a family guy, you know that 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, you should be home. So most of the accidents are those were people who are not married. So my take about it is that if, especially players, if they can get commit to to a stable life, because if you are married, 8 o'clock is dinner, 7 o'clock is dinner, and then weekend you go shopping with your family, you come back, you chill with your family.
And going forward, how do we solve this problem of car accidents involving players and generally, people in society who tends to be reckless on the road?
One needs to take responsibility about drinking or driving late in the night. So it's about an individual that knows what he wants or she wants in life. Just try to be home earlier. That's the only way to solve this problem. Other than we can't say to players they must get advanced driving. But where are you driving at 2 o'clock while there's a curfew in the country?
And you have worked with Kevin Hunt for a number of years in the past as a player. Do you think he can turn around Kaizer Chiefs' fortune this season, because they didn't start the season well?
Firstly, it's not acceptable. It's one of the big team in the country. I call it an institution. It's not a club, because everyone associated with Kaizer Chiefs. For the coach, yes, he can turn things around, but unfortunately can't send players. But that's not the main team, because the same team, they were runner-up last year. So obviously, nothing has changed. Same players that were number 2. They were log leaders from almost the whole season. Last season, okay, they faltered at the end. I think he can change things. The other thing, maybe play players on their strength. You see, normal players, what the previous coach did. He played to their strength. It's the same team, same players. But most of the coaches, when he comes in, he wants to implement and change the whole setup. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. So, but unfortunately for him, they're still struggling now because he wants to push his own philosophy. That's why they're coaching. Also,
as a player in the past, you have worked with Coach Peter Musimanu, who has gone on to enjoy huge success for himself. Are you surprised that he has managed to achieve what he has achieved so far?
Not to be critical about that. Kaizer Chiefs, they've never taken an African competition very seriously. They will go qualify for that previous Mandela Cup, and then they will put youngsters and they will knock out early. So now it's pressure for them, because now they are back. They need to show that they are serious about Champions League. And again, they've got a problem at home. So I'm not sure which one they would focus more on two, because even if they knocked out, people will say, siyabazi labana, they're not serious about African football. So it's a problem that they need to decide what they need, because they're struggling here. Watch their last two games. Teams now, they are no more scared to playing against Kaizer Chiefs. Or maybe it's because their 12th man is not there, the supporters are not there pushing players. That's the other thing.
Do you think that Coach Pitso Mosimane can go all the way next season and win the 3rd Champions League title?
He's a very hard-working coach. I remember when we were still at Supersport, you will say training is at 10 or 9, but he will arrive 30 minutes late. And then when he arrives, you can see that the guy didn't sleep. So the players said, but the coach said 9 o'clock, now it's 9:30. And he will tell us, guys, I was watching a Brazilian derby, maybe Flamengo at Budapest, at 3:30. He will watch the whole world league, where there's derbies. He's so obsessed with tactics, that guy, that I'm not even surprised what he has done with Supersport, with Sundowns, now with Al Ahly. He's ever working hard coach. For me, it doesn't matter when he arrived there or the day of the final or quarter-final or whatever, because if they lost, they were going to say, he's not a good coach, the team was good. So showing that he's a good coach, he did the continuity with the team. And I've followed some remarks from the team's players. They will tell that his man management, it's very good. That was one of the outstanding thing that he does well. When I was at Supersport, we'll play Chiefs, and then he will say to me, Ngubo, please don't come to training on Monday, come for massage, because he knew how to protect senior players. I think he was doing it with Kekan, some of the senior players at Sundowns, because I know him, he know how to handle players. And then, his ambition was to coach. When he told me, because we were so close, he said to me, one of the things I want to coach in Africa, I want to coach a national team, maybe in Gambia or maybe in Nigeria, to have all the structure from the senior team to the 11. He already, I'm talking about 2006. He was looking above, out of South Africa. That was his mission, to just go out and work in Africa. So with Ahly, I'm not surprised. And he will win, because the team can buy the best players. So it's like in Sundowns, whatever they want, and then they will go get it for him.
I want to ask you about the left-footed players like you. What makes them so special?
In my view, we are very rare to get left-foot players. If you go, we can count in all of the teams. You can get 1 or 2, but it's very rare to get that one, the special one. So I think it goes again to development in South Africa, for the scouts, to develop from the younger age. Because now it was myself, Sheikh Skumane, the Roger Fetumbas, the Zongos, Dane Clay. You can count. In 100, you can get 20. See, so it's up to, again, coaches to go to the classic tournament, go to developments, go look for those players. They are there. They just needed an opportunity.
How easy or difficult was it to play against someone like Roger Fetumba, who is one of the best left-footed players to play in the PSL?
Hence, I said, they are very rare players. The structure, just look at him, the structure. It's very difficult to take the ball from him, And he had his arrogance in himself, that I know my story. I know how good I am. I will show you that I'm better than you. Yeah, that's why you are so special.
You have been forced to cancel the Maimane games this year because of COVID-19. How much of a devastating impact is that going to have?
It's not about disappointment. Sometimes you need to check the situation in the country, try to try to solve the problem, not be part of the problem, because we know we bring masses and masses of spectators. So just imagine they came to Alex on a Saturday we attract about 12 or 13,000 people. On a Sunday it's about 15. So just imagine on a one weekend you have 20 or 25,000 people at one place. So the impact of the COVID is going to be worse. So we decided, guys, there's nothing we can do. The situation is not good, but let's push the game for next year. And at the LOC, the teams understood. Yes, it is a blow for teams because players, they get to be identified. The teams that they get into the final, they get kits, they get prize money. The vendors or that will sell around the stadium, that they can make little money to pay the school fees or whatever. They've lost also with us the gate takings because there's a Nogutula special school. Part of the gate takings, we go buy them groceries, shoes, and what. And then the other thing, the primary schools, they all lost because we go to the principal and said, okay, give us 20 or 30 names of those kids who are coming from underprivileged families. Then we buy a uniform for those kids. So it is a big blow, but there's nothing we can do. Everybody, the sponsors also, they've suffered. But hopefully next year things will be much better.
You were part of the Bafana team that went to our first World Cup in 1998 in France. How was that team? How crazy was the coach, Philippe Trozier, who was there at that time? And just the general experience of being part of that team.
Yes, crazy coach. Very arrogant. You know the French. Yeah, very arrogant coach, but very good with tactics also. The team, yes, was very strong team because we had about, I think we had 3 or 4 local players. Most of the guys were playing overseas. And if you check the structure of today's players and our structure, that type, it's so different because we had Lucas, Philemon, David Nyati, Brendan Acastin, giants players, Dr. Kumalo. But if you check the squad now, then you got, Shotaga, Serrero. Yes, they are good. Your Pinar, your Shabalala now, you don't have, I don't know, maybe we don't born those big players like in Africa. But if you check the squad now, it's only the short and one. Yes, the squad was very good. And the experience, being chosen to the World Cup, it's one of the things that nobody will take it away from me, which means you're the best in your country. Whoever wants to say anything, but when you are selected there, you are the best in your country. The experience was good, where we stayed in Vichy, senior players interacting with junior players, was very good, a very good team.
And what is your take on the current Bafana team and the fact that since 1998 up to now, we have not been able to get out of the group stages of the World Cup?
Yes, it is a disappointment with a country with infrastructure like this one, but some other country who doesn't have whatever we have here, not progressing, suffer also in shambles. They need to, as a leader, they need to bring everything down to the. But as you know, they are in fighting. This one is suspended. The other one is back again. So. On the pitch, we'll never get the results as long as the house is not in order.
You spent about 8 years in Turkey. What does it take for a player to survive that long in a foreign country?
Desire, the heart, knowing where you're coming from. When you said, I was born in Alex under a single parent. We had a 2-bedroom house. I was sleeping in the dining and the kitchen, same thing, you see. So when you get an opportunity, you say to yourself, I'm going to change the life of my family and my life again. Take your example, like grew up with lovers. He had a chance to go to Swansea, he had a chance to go to Dortmund. When he came back, he said to me, those people, they don't greet me. I said to him, lovers, you don't have friends there. You're going there to take their friends' position. But if you perform, you will be their friends. You will be their friends. Steve Lugola said, we went to Holland. They went to easy country, where social, blacks, Africans are there. When I went to Turkey, I didn't know anything, blank. I signed a contract with Cosmos 96, played the Coca-Cola Challenge. The PSL was being relaunched 96. October, we played in Tata Bucks. I came late. Mr. Prajay put me as first half substitute, went in, created 2 goals. We beat Mthatha Palace 2-0. The Turkish guys, they were there. After South Africa won the Nation Cup, you know, all the Europeans, they come there, they said, hey, there's rough diamonds, cheaper ones we'll get. So luckily, they spotted me. Jomo took them to Zimbabwe, wanted to sell Kennedy Nagoli. They came back, said, no, we don't want him, he had a terrible week. You know, if it's your time, it's your time. I think they took him out on the first half in the Zimbabwe national team. When they come back from Zimbabwe, I just said, no, we want number 20. Said, okay, sharp, we made a deal, went overseas. Didn't know anything, food, they were boiling food. But when I left South Africa, at the international airport, I said, I'm going with my life. I'm not gonna go live my life in Alex. So over the weekend, I must know, hey, Mahlatsi, what's happening in Alex there? So I said, I'm taking my life with me. Bought the plane with my life, went to Turkey. First time I didn't know snow. First day, slept at 7. Food, they were boiling food. Like steak, the boiling food. I used to make tomato sauce as my gravy because they're boiling rice, boiled chicken only. So I used to take tomato sauce, make mosquito gravy. So it was very hard. No language, nothing. They didn't take me to school, but my desire and my heart said, I'm gonna stay here as long as I can, so that I can change my life, I can change my mom's life, I can change my siblings' life. So today's players, they go there, 2 weeks, said no, those people, they don't wanna speak to me, the coach doesn't like me. And you know, these days, you are signed by a coach. Coach sign you, it becomes very easy because he will play you. By then I was signed by the president of the team, not the coach. So the coach, he didn't understand me, but the president is a good player. I saw him playing. That's why I put him here. But I need to work. I worked hard also so that I can make the team. That's why I say I stayed over 7 years. Even won the Turkish Cup, we beat Fenerbahce, the late Mushu team. So for them, they want everything must be easy. We didn't have PlayStation that time, you know, Wi-Fi. We used to call the box on the corner there, call my mom, my house things. Okay, put the phone down. The whole week, no phone, nothing.
Lastly, people I'm sure want to know, what have you been up to? And would you have an interest of becoming a coach?
Yeah, okay, now, yes, you know, as you go aging and then, you know, obviously the limelight moves a bit by bit by bit, but I'm happy today you came also to give, you know, we're gonna let people that, hey, Maimane Phiri is still alive. Yeah, I've got a smaller business than in Alex, the Chesanyama, yeah, and a bottle store that keeps me busy, and the map games. Okay, coaching, they're firing coaches a lot. You know, it's a circle. When you go to first division, it's a circle. You find Mr. Lassen there. It's what bothers me. You see, so maybe if you can buy a team, so okay, work with the development, it's fine. Then I'm happy. Yeah, but in the line, to lose, so situation for Kevin Hunt. Now you never know what's gonna happen. Said I know he's a good coach, but sorry, not for us. So yeah.
Maimane, better known as Ngubo. Thank you very much for joining us in this episode, and you know, it's highly appreciated that you have given us time to interact with you and pick your brains on issues that affect South African football.
Thank you for having me, and thanks very much, guys.